Kristen Stewart and Dylan Meyer's wedding. A new chapter for the couple. Kristen Stewart and Dylan Meyer, two women whose love story has been unfolding in the public eye, have officially tied the knot. Their wedding, held on April 20, 2025, marked a momentous occasion in their relationship, which has been evolving for over a decade. Despite facing years of speculation about when the two would marry, their decision to wed came with an element of surprise, but it also felt like the natural next step in a relationship that had already weathered many challenges and milestones together. Stewart and Meyer's love story began long before they became public figures. Their first meeting occurred years ago, though it wasn't until 2019 that they truly reconnected. After a brief encounter on a film set years earlier, the two crossed paths once again, and this time, sparks flew. For Stewart, a relationship that once felt constricted by the weight of fame and public expectations, this newfound connection with Meyer represented a breath of fresh air. Stewart's relationship with her previous partner, Robert Pattinson, had been scrutinized from every angle during their time together, especially as they navigated their personal lives amid the frenzy of the Twilight franchise. Once they got together, their romance quickly became one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples. Despite their celebrity status, the two have managed to keep much of their relationship private, and Kristen Stewart, in particular, has spoken openly about how much this shift in her personal life has allowed her to feel more at ease with herself. Stewart was finally able to be her authentic self without the pressure of living up to a public image shaped by the tabloids. In 2021, Stewart and Meyer became engaged, and their wedding day followed shortly after, a beautiful culmination of years of building a life together. The ceremony was intimate, held at Casita Del Campo, a charming restaurant about a 10-minute drive from their Los Angeles home. The picturesque venue, combined with their down-to-earth personalities, made for a ceremony that was both touching and filled with moments of joy. As Meyer shared photos of the ceremony on her Instagram, her heartfelt caption, "I really do," summed up the overwhelming happiness the two felt as they exchanged vows. Their wedding was far from the extravagant Hollywood weddings that are often associated with A-list couples, but it was undeniably filled with love and warmth. Kristen Stewart's previously expressed desire to get married at home may not have come to fruition, but the wedding was still an incredibly personal affair. The couple had always expressed their preference for a more private life, despite their positions in the limelight, and this sentiment was reflected in the tone of the celebration. What made the event even more special was that Stewart and Meyer were also business partners as the co-founders of their production company, Nevermind Pictures, and their ability to maintain such a grounded and collaborative relationship, both personally and professionally, was truly inspiring. The love and joy shared between the two weren't confined to just their wedding day. On April 23, 2025, just days after their marriage, the newlyweds received even more exciting news. Stewart's directorial debut, The Chronology of Water, had been selected to premiere at the prestigious Cannes Film Festival in the Uncertain Regard section. It was a monumental milestone for Stewart, who had spent years working on the project, and the recognition from her fellow cineasts served as a wonderful wedding present. The news was met with much excitement, especially by Meyer, who enthusiastically shared the announcement on her Instagram. The upcoming premiere at Cannes represented not only a new chapter in Stewart's career but also an opportunity for the newlyweds to take a well-deserved romantic honeymoon together in the south of France. With the Cannes Film Festival kicking off on May 13, 2025, it's clear that these two are embarking on an exciting journey both personally and professionally. While Kristen Stewart and Dylan Meyer's wedding is a recent highlight, it's also a reflection of the profound shifts that have taken place in Stewart's life over the years. From her breakthrough role in Twilight to her transition into the world of independent filmmaking and a more authentic personal life, Stewart's journey has been anything but conventional. Her relationship with Meyer also serves as a poignant reminder of her growth, both as an individual and as a partner. As we look back on the long and winding love stories of the Twilight cast members, Kristen Stewart's journey stands out for its vulnerability and authenticity. Her relationship with Robert Pattinson, which began in the early 2000s on the set of Twilight, captured the attention of fans worldwide. The couple's connection was intense and magnetic, but their personal lives quickly became the subject of intense media scrutiny. Their public breakup was followed by scandals, notably Stewart's brief affair with director Rupert Sanders, which only added fuel to the tabloid fire. Despite the controversies, Stewart emerged from her relationship with Pattinson stronger and more resolute in her desire to live life on her own terms. She began dating women, a decision that led to a period of self-discovery and personal fulfillment. For Stewart, her relationship with Meyer has been a significant chapter, one that marks a more confident and happier phase of her life. Other Twilight stars. Love, loss, and growth. Stewart's personal life is just one part of the larger picture of the Twilight cast's post-franchise lives. Each of the actors has gone through their own unique experiences, whether in love, career, or personal growth. Let's take a closer look at what's been happening with some of the other stars from the Twilight saga. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, who played the brooding vampire Edward Cullen in the Twilight series, has been fiercely protective of his privacy in the years following his public relationship with Kristen Stewart. After their breakup, Pattinson found solace in a more private and low-key lifestyle. His relationship with British musician FKA Twigs was also kept largely under wraps, though it ultimately ended. Pattinson began dating model Suki Waterhouse in 2018, and the two have remained together since then. In late 2023, Pattinson and Waterhouse got engaged, and in April 2024, they welcomed a daughter. In an emotional Coachella performance, Waterhouse reflected on the changes in her life, expressing gratitude for her family and for the new chapter she and Pattinson were embarking on together.